Welcome back, everybody, to the Next Move podcast. And today we're going to talk about some of the biggest myths that plague the the buyers and the sellers.
We've talked about them before.
We have.
But I do think it's worth repeating because obviously they didn't hear us the first time, Matt.
I agree.
We're still hearing these same things come up in conversation.
All the time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Where do you want to start?
There's so many ways we could start.
So many. We got this thick-ass packet that I printed off for us.
So let's talk pet peeves for a second when it comes to these myths. What's your top one that you're just like, oh my God, if I hear that one more time, I'm going to lose my mind?
I can only use my VA loan one at a time.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, before I got into real estate, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. Well, and it is complicated.
Yep.
There is a way to do it, but it is a little not complicated for the person using it, complicated for the lender.
Yeah.
More than anything. But yeah, it's very doable. But yeah, most people don't know that. Mine is that I need 20% down to buy a house.
Ooh.
Everybody thinks that.
Yeah.
There's so many other options.
There are. And I mean, some lenders have it interpreted one way or another, but yeah, you don't need 20%.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are like pet peeve style. Those are what I hate hearing from a buyer because they've been getting misinformation from somewhere.
Yeah, it's their Uncle Fred who bought a house in like 1980 something with a 17% interest rate and talking about how the market's going to crash any day now.
But he got a great deal.
He got a great deal.
Great deal. And he has no idea how to get another great deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you just said, relatives, the news, friends.
Yeah.
Social media.
So yeah, social media I think is the biggest one.
There's so much information coming at us all the time about everything.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what to trust and what not to trust.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. That's why you have us.
Exactly.
So as of today is July 30th.
Today is July 30th.
You would know that by the day we put this out. But on July 30th, interest rates are VA and FHA 6.3.
Yeah.
That is very feasible.
It is.
And affordable.
It compared to this time last year, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we dipped down into the high fives at the beginning of the year.
We have touched the fives.
Yeah.
Yes. And for a conventional loan where you don't always have to have 20% to put down, you could still qualify for conventional in some cases without 20% down.
Yeah.
And the interest rate on that is 6.7. So everything is below 7 right now.
Yeah.
Even conventional that doesn't have government backing is below 7. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're absolutely right. Oh, you know what's another pet peeve of mine?
What?
I'm using my VA loan. I don't have to put any money down. I'm like, you don't have to put any money down, but you still need to have earnest money and option money and inspection money and potentially title fee money.
Yeah.
So
I would say the VA loan is probably the most misunderstood loan.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Even people with VA benefits don't know.
No clue.
What that means.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hear people sometimes say, well, I've got to get with the VA and get my certificate of eligibility or whatever they think they need to get. And it's like, no, you don't do any of that.
I think back in the day, I think you had to have like a physical hard copy you had to get from them. I remember, I think it was like 2007.
That's almost 20 years ago, man. Let me just put that in perspective for you.
Maybe it was like 2008. What was that? His name was Staff Sergeant Nelson. I think he's still in, or maybe he's retired. But he had a rep from the VA come down and give us all of our certificates of eligibility.
Yeah.
He's like, when you go to buy a house, you're going to need this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I honestly, if I started digging around in my paperwork, I probably could find that.
Mm-hmm. But your lender will help you.
Oh yeah,
get that information.
They'll get it, and normally
they have access to that.
Yeah. As archaic as the VA is in some aspects, they did update that. So I want to say the fastest I've seen it is in like 2 hours. They've gotten a certificate of eligibility. Yeah.
That's pretty quick. But overall, Texas, whether you're doing VA, FHA, whatever you're doing, overall, I would say Texas is moving in a stable direction.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we're not crashing by any means, but we're also not experiencing the hustle bustle that we've experienced in the past. It's kind of just hanging out, middle ground, chilling.
Yeah.
Big chilling. Texas is big chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
And so I don't think we're trying to convince anybody to buy or sell. We're not really trying to force that on anybody in this episode, but we do want people to know what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
So you can decide for yourself if it's the right time for you.
I agree. It should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to your Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred's cray-cray.
Call to action number 1.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it in your DAC.
Okay.
Isn't that his name? DAC? Yeah, Dax.
Dax Shepard?
Dax Shepard. Yeah.
The hot
Do it
blonde
in
chick's
his-
wife. Husband.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is good.
Before you make a real estate decision based on something you heard online, sit down with a knowledgeable local agent and trusted lender. National headlines cannot tell you what is happening in your price range, neighborhood, or financial situation.
That is a great call to action, Matthew. You did a great job. And it's very true.
Yeah. I see our first myth is your pet peeve.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I need 20% to buy a home. And maybe it's not 20% that you had in your head, but you don't have to have this. Most cases, unless it's VA, you do have to have some sort of down payment.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it has to be thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. There are different programs that can help you.
What is that? Down payment assistance.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what's crazy, like going with like a national lender, like unless they're boots on the ground here, they have no idea what's available.
No. What do you mean by national lender?
I don't
like
know.
a big box lender?
Yeah, like a big box lender.
Yeah.
Like Rocket Mortgage.
Like online.
Online.
Yeah.
Online.
Where it's an super easy application process.
Yeah.
And you may or may not
Yeah.
get to closing.
and they may have a pulse or a finger on the pulse down here to where, we can get you this or get you that. But I feel like a local lender is going to say, hey, it looks like you're moving to Temple, and I can get you $10,000 in down payment assistance or $7,000 or whatever it is.
And the down payment is something we can't negotiate for you.
No.
Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
If you qualify for a certain type of loan and it requires a down payment, then that down payment is going to be on you.
Yeah.
There are, like you said, avenues to get that assistance that you need to get that done. But that's not something we can negotiate for the seller to help you pay. No. But what we can negotiate for the seller to help you pay is everything else.
Yeah. Your closing costs?
Your closing costs.
We can negotiate your earnest and option money.
A rate buy down.
A rate buy down.
If you need that. A home warranty. Anything that's going to be less money out of your pocket to get you in a home, that's something we can negotiate. Down payment, we can't.
Yeah, it's between you and the lender.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I'm working FHA or conventional, I always try to do like what's the least amount they're going to put down on the down payment.
Yeah.
So on the contract, and then if we need to amend it to go higher, we'll amend it. But I don't like going like the max amount.
No.
Yeah.
No. And as a listing agent, if I see that you're doing an FHA loan and you're putting 20% down, guess what? My sellers aren't going to pay.
Yeah.
Because only 3.5% is required down, right?
Yeah.
So if you're putting a 20% down payment on an offer that you're sending me,
there's a lot of concessions that just went out the window.
a lot of concessions just went out the window. So you have to really have an agent that understands how to negotiate for you to keep that from happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little trickery there.
I did have that happen.
You did?
I did.
You know what? And the other thing I really hate, and that's a kind of a pet peeve, and it's not so much the buyer or the seller. It's when agents send me a pre-qualification letter. We're listed at 275, and the offer's for like 250, but then their pre-qualifications letters for 300,000. I'm like, get you screwed, bud.
Yeah.
You're screwed.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if that registers when it's happening or if it's just they're newer and they haven't been in that before.
Yeah.
But even in this market, if I'm representing a seller, there's money to play with.
I can't remember if it was you or if it was Heath or Vanessa. That's the one working my first deal told me that, because they were pre-approved for like something stupid like 400K, but then we submitted at list price, which was like 285, and I was like, well, I got the pre-approval. And you're like, no,
I think
call
it
the
was
lender and have them send you an updated pre-approval for this
I
amount.
feel like that was me that said that. Yeah, and I also told you how to sneak in that $500 allowance too.
Yeah. I think that came back and kind of
Bit you?
it didn't bite me, but it bit the listing agent because she didn't catch it, and then she tried to tell the lender that I put that in the contract after the fact. Yeah.
Or you just didn't read it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fun little trick I like to play with agents sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can get. So, like we've talked about in the other episodes, I think it's more just about what can you afford.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not difficult if your credit is in a good position. It's not difficult to qualify for an FHA loan.
No.
And that's what we see most people, especially first timers, come in with is that FHA loan because it does require so much less down, 3.5% instead of 5 or 10% on a conventional. But yeah, it's about what can you afford, not what the percentage required is. Like, can you afford that much down? Because if you're renting, Matt, your first and last month's payment plus your security deposit is probably going to be as much as your down payment would be on an FHA loan at the end of the day. Because rent is not cheap around here right now.
It's really not.
No. And you got pet fees, security deposits, all the things. And that's probably going to add up to that 3.5% at some point. So just something to think about if you're on the fence. Okay, here's a good one. I got to wait till the rates drop. We talk about this every episode.
Yeah,
We've beat it to death, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
It's the lottery. You're playing the lottery if you're doing that.
You are. Because, I mean, rates could drop. And then you get pre-approved, and they're like, yeah, we're going to get you that 5.5. And then it takes us 2 weeks to find the house, and then all of a sudden the interest rates are back to 6%.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Because you can't lock in your interest rate if you don't have the house.
Yeah.
I think that's another misconception. Buyers don't know that you get pre-qualified with an interest rate in mind.
Yeah.
They'll give you an estimate, but that isn't locked in until you have the house and you're moving forward.
Yeah.
The lender won't lock you in for that rate. So, yeah, it can fluctuate between pre-approval and the offer.
It's, yeah. And I don't really feel bad for anybody. I think in my career, I felt bad when people didn't get the interest rate they wanted. But now I'm just like, I mean, there's so many options, especially for VA with the Earl or just refinancing in general. If the time's right, just pull the trigger.
Yeah. And it may or may not be right, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things. You have to know what's good for you.
You may be renting a home until you're in the ground or a nursing home.
Yep. And if you decide you want to refinance, you probably need to be asking your realtor or someone like Matt and I who work in this market, because if you're in an area where it's going to be tough to resell your house anyway, and you know you're not going to be there for much longer, we're probably going to say, hey, let's not refinance.
Yeah.
Let's stick it out just a little bit longer so we can get it on the market, because when you refinance, a lot of times your equity just gets eaten.
Yeah. Because you're rolling all that,
You're
the closing,
rolling it all
the
in.
closing costs and everything
Yeah.
in.
You're rolling it in on top. And we've said before, we would much rather negotiate right now
Yeah.
than try to get in with competitive offers or competing offers, a couple months down the road.
Because at that point, you're probably not going to get your closing costs paid for, or you're going to pay more for the home.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to get a home warranty, or you're not going to get the repairs you wanted.
Yep.
And it's just going to be, it's going to suck. You're going to be like, I love this house. And then the other buyer is going to get it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So home prices are about to crash. How do you feel about that?
I
feel like they say that every year.
I think they're just trending down. The market's trying to right itself from COVID.
Yeah. 100%.
But, I mean, I don't think the market's going to crash. I don't think it's going to crash at all.
Yeah, and I don't think homes sitting on the market a little bit longer necessarily mean it's going to crash.
Yeah.
That's not That's not what we're seeing here.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that are just, I don't know. Are foreclosures up? I don't know. It's probably something I need to look into.
I don't know that they're up right now to a number that would make a big difference in in the grand scheme of things here.
No.
But I do think that we are seeing more of them in the market than we have in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they're trending up.
Yeah. I mean, I know pre-COVID, it wasn't nothing that I would see foreclosures all the time.
Yeah.
And then during COVID, I mean, them things were just gone.
Nobody went into foreclosure at that point.
Yeah.
You could get it sold.
So I mean, I don't think it's crashing. I think it's just riding itself in some markets like ours.
Yeah. And we talked about that before, how our market specifically had to catch up.
Yeah.
We had to. We were undervaluing things in the past. Not everything, but we were not increasing prices like it should have been to keep up with the rest of the world. And so when COVID happened, it hurt a lot more here. Yeah. Because we had a lot more room to grow into that higher price. And now we went overboard. Yeah. And now we got to correct.
I agree.
But the necessity was there. So there was no way around it. Yeah. At the time. We had to do what we had to do to stay afloat.
It was, yeah. I mean, the sales have slowed down quite a bit for the vast majority. We were just talking about it on the episode with Andrea and Carly. Like, I think there's going to be another culling of real estate agents. Like, we're going to start seeing numbers drop for realtors. Our area, I think, is oversaturated anyway. But
yeah. I mean, it's been a tough couple of years for realtors.
It has.
Across the board. And we saw a little bit of an exodus last year at the end of the year. And we say at the end of the year because that's when we have to pay dues. Yeah. That's when the big dues come out that we have to pay to the National Association of Realtors. I know. You hate it.
Damn workers union.
In our state association, too. And that's a big chunk of money. And people are just like, I'd rather get out than have to pay that again.
Yeah. It's, I agree. I mean, times are tough.
Tougher.
The mathin' for some people.
Yeah. And if you're brand new to it, it's even harder. I mean, I can't even imagine being a brand new agent in this climate.
Honestly, I think it's the perfect climate for a brand new agent.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because they're learning like what marketing looks like, what
that's fair.
What actually hustling to find homes for their buyers and hustling to get a home sold for their sellers, and then just having a overall well-rounded idea versus the agents that got in during COVID where it was put a sign in the yard and the house was gone in like 5 hours. Same thing with even on the buyer side, a lot of people did run into the multiple offer situation and stuff like that, and they did learn quite a bit there, but I mean, most of them were just living their best Instagram lives. So
yeah, that's true.
So I think right now is a good time to be a new agent because you're learning. It's just going to be tough on the sales side.
Yeah. Well, and this business is all about adaptation, right?
Yeah.
we've had to adapt and
left and right.
Just overcome so many different obstacles, and even in a short amount of time, you have to learn that. You have to pivot. You don't pivot, you will fall behind. Loan
assumptions, 2-1 rate buy downs, how to calculate closing costs so that hopefully your buyers can get some sort of rate buy down so the payment's not as high.
Yeah, it's been a complete shift in the mindset that we had.
Yeah.
And it's something that happens, it seems like overnight too. Like there's no warning. There's no warm-up period. You just have to understand it and go with it.
You just, I think you just have to be working the market. Yeah. And you just naturally see the trends or feel the trends as you're working through it.
That's very true.
I mean, heck, even pre-COVID wasn't as crazy as this that we're dealing with right now.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And that's what's so crazy, Matt, is because this market, yes, there's still some things we're correcting from that time. Yeah. But this market overall feels a lot like it did in those years. Yeah. Like when you first got in. Yeah. There wasn't an automatic in 30 days you're going to get your first deal. It wasn't like that. You had to figure out how to go and hustle it up and find the business. Picking the right people, the right mentors, all the things. But our memory is very short when it comes
Very
to
short. It's crazy the amount, like, just, yeah.
We can remember COVID all day, but
Yeah.
the year before, we have no
Yeah.
idea.
It was, yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right there.
So just everybody just like Men in Black yourself. Like just zap it.
Yeah.
Zap COVID
It's it's gonna take a couple more years for that.
Is it? It's going to take another situation like that, I think.
Probably.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
To wipe it out. A new milestone for us to reflect on.
Yeah.
Okay, what about your credit? Does your credit have to be perfect to buy a house?
No.
No.
And we had Jacob and Donna on, and I've had this conversation with Jacob multiple times. Like, I mean, as long as it's like, what is it, 600, 620, and you haven't been late on anything in the past 12 months, you can buy a house.
Yeah.
Interest rate may not be the best, but yeah, you can buy a house.
So don't disqualify yourself before you ever talk to somebody who can tell you right or wrong.
Yeah.
Because it is, and I know it is a weird conversation to have, especially if you feel like you might be on the fence and maybe you think you can't be qualified. It is a tough thing to pick up the phone and call somebody you don't know and talk about your finances and your credit. Like that's very personal, very much things that we keep to ourselves.
Yeah.
So I get that, but don't let that be an obstacle that it doesn't need to be.
Because I mean, they're gonna run you through the gambit. They're gonna check your income. They're gonna check your employment history, all the things.
And the credit scale that they look at is not like what you can just log in on your computer and look at for yourself. Like there are other things that they take into consideration. Yep. It's not just about that number.
Yeah.
They are looking for a minimum number most of the time. But even at that minimum, there are other factors that play into that. Yeah. Before they say yes or no. So it just don't count yourself out until you kind of have that conversation with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're going to look at your bank stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's how you're paid. It's not just that you are paid, it's how you're paid.
Yeah.
You know, if you're hourly, what that looks like. If you're overtime, what that looks like. If you have bonuses. There are so many different ways that they can structure loans. Yeah. Based on how you're paid. So just don't count yourself out just because you think your situation is unhelpable.
Yeah, and I know, well, talking about like Jacob and like Lacey and Donna, like even if they're not qualified, they may have like a pipeline or a path in like 2 months you're going to be qualified or 6 months or a year.
Donna just helped some of my clients with that. They were not quite ready, really close, not quite there. So she got them in contact with somebody to help them clean up some things on their credit to get them in the right space so that they can buy what they want to buy. And, you know, we're looking at a couple of months, but they're already working on that. They're staying in contact with them. They help them. And then when they're ready to buy, they shoot them back to us and say, hey, they're ready. Go find them a house. So, yeah, there are several different options out there if you're not quite there yet. Yeah. And they'll help you. So should you find the house before you start talking to a lender?
I don't think so.
I know.
And that goes back to that because what if it's the right time and the right house for a different buyer? Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're in multiple offers and we have to wait a day or two to get your pre-approval. Yeah. And then you just lost out.
Yeah. Or you found the house that you really, really want and then you go talk to the lender and you can't
afford it.
The numbers don't work.
Yeah.
And it just keeps you from having that heartbreak.
Yeah.
And that sadness and being discouraged and thinking that there's not another house out there for you. But yeah. So what do you think besides calling the lender? Is there anything else that people should be doing before they call us to get that first showing on the calendar?
Getting their finances in order.
Yeah. Having your bank statements, your tax returns.
Yeah.
Handy. I mean, just where you can get to them.
Yeah. And then really sitting down and setting realistic expectations. Yeah. Budget. Because, I mean, you absolutely love the house in Temple and you work in Killeen and then all of a sudden that commute is just putting such a burden on you after you move in.
Yeah, because gas ain't cheap.
Gas ain't cheap.
God forbid you have a diesel truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord.
And so, a budget.
Yeah.
Just understanding where you're trying to move to and how that's going to impact your life. So.
Yeah, I agree.
What else? What else should they be getting in?
I think just your wants and needs.
Yeah.
You know, and prioritizing what's super important to you,
Yeah.
what is non-negotiable in the house.
If your kid's being in a good school,
Yeah.
is researching the schools.
Yeah. What does that mean for you?
Because
yeah.
we can't.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We're not an expert on schools.
No.
We're an expert on contracts.
Yes.
Writing these real estate contracts.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, schools, tax rates.
Tax rates.
Tax rates is a big one right now. Making sure that you're comfortable with that.
Yeah. Because that's going to impact your mortgage payment.
Yeah, absolutely. But then, yeah, the commute.
Yeah.
And then just factoring in the cost of living for you and your family. That's something we can't really help you with.
Yeah. Because it's more
know.
expensive to live here in Temple than it is to live in Clean Carbs Cove.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of stuff they need to look into.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that we can be like, can't really talk about that. Can't tell you anything about that.
We can point you to the place where you can go research it.
Yeah, but can't really.
But we have no opinion.
Can't really say that there's 4 drug dealers that live on this street, and this is the worst rated school area in this area.
Yeah.
Can't do all that.
Because it's not our business.
It's not our business.
Yeah, we are just the facilitator.
Facilitators, and making sure the house is good for you.
Yeah.
Not the area.
Right. And we're going off what you tell us.
Yeah.
So if you tell us this is what you want and we find it for you, but then you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Then we got to have another conversation. We got to be real about that.
And I'm finding more and more like people are like, I don't want to live in an HOA. I'm like, why? Mm-hmm. They're like, well, we don't want somebody to tell us that we can't, have like, what was their concern the other day? We don't want somebody to tell us how we need to run our property. I was like, yeah, but don't you want your property to maintain its value or increase? And they're like, yeah. I was like, are you going to paint your garage door in neon yellow? No. I was like, are you just going to have let your grass grow above your ankle? No.
Mm-hmm. Do you want your neighbors to do that?
I was like, do you put your trash cans up after they get picked up? Yeah. Then
you have nothing to worry about.
You have nothing to worry about.
I mean, some HOAs do go way overboard with some of the things that they do. But
in this area, there's a couple.
Yeah.
But like when I sell down in Austin, I'm like, I would not live here because of this HOA.
Yeah. Too strict.
Too strict, nosy ass neighbors. Why are you filming this empty park while nobody's here? I was like, well, I just listed the house over here, and
because no one's here.
Yeah, I was like, if your kids were here, I would not be filming this.
Exactly.
And she's like, well, I think this is against the HOA policy. And I was like, well, they can send me a letter. I listed blah, blah, blah. My phone number and everything is on the sign.
See, that's just too much.
Yeah.
That's just somebody trying to get their business.
That was the main reason why they were leaving. was the HOA.
There you go. But for the most part, you're right. In our area, there are a couple that are just like, okay, come on. Like, is it really that serious? But when you think about it in terms of, well, I don't want to live next door to somebody whose grass is up here.
Yeah.
Or who leaves their trash cans out all the time.
Yeah.
Or who paints whatever.
Is it 5th Street in Temple?
Yeah.
Over by Lions Junction, that neighborhood. Yeah. I've had a couple people sell their houses in there because of that.
Yeah. In the Alta Vista.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, in
I'll
Alta
say
Vista.
it. I'll call it.
Yeah, they didn't want to live over there anymore just because. I mean, it's an extra large street, but with all the cars that people park in front of their houses and everything, it's essentially a 1 lane. Yeah, and they just didn't like that.
Yeah, there's no happy medium really.
No,
you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah, so
I get it.
Ooh, it's the call to action.
Back to back.
Number 2.
It's Dr. Pepper today. He's already had an Alani.
Yeah, I've already had an
Alani. We're on
Alani.
Dr. Pepper now.
If buying a home is on your radar within the next 6 to 12 months, do not begin by scrolling through listings. Begin by building your plan. Review your credit, speak with a lender, establish your comfortable payment, and meet with a local real estate professional.
I'm so zooming in on your face while you read that. I cannot wait to edit that. I really cannot. Great job, though.
Yeah. So I mean, we talked about 5 myths for buyers. So now I think we're gonna move on to the sellers.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This first one, I mean, it for me it's always hard because with the market pre-COVID and COVID, like pre-COVID, it was like, well, here's the data. This is what we should sell the house
We
for.
had data.
Yeah. During COVID, it was like, fuck it.
Put a number on it. We'll see what happens.
This is what the sold data says.
Yes.
Let's add 20, 30K on it and see if we can get it.
And then you get 50.
Yeah. And then post-COVID, you're like, well, I found one comp.
And it's shaky.
And it's at best shaky. And you're like, well, I mean, fuck it. Let's just see what we can get. And then that's where like we always have our fingers on the pulse and we're like, well, we didn't get any showings this week. So clearly we're high. Let's give it another week and see if it shakes out a little bit more. And if not, then we'll drop the price. And, but I think sellers are missing buyers because of that.
They are.
I think because of COVID and just all the data that we can consumers can catch online nowadays, we have smart buyers, and if they're like, I love this house, but it's priced too high for us.
Yeah.
And
then you're scrambling as a listing agent, going, "Well, bring us an offer, bring us an offer."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, wait, I feel like we're too far. The
Yeah.
gap is too big to be able to negotiate it
Yeah.
effectively. And sometimes that may be true, but sometimes it may not be true.
Yeah.
And it's just the sellers have kind of put themselves in a bad spot because they
got that memory. They're
that
like,
memory.
we should be able to sell this
because they bought it when they had to pay over.
Yeah. So yeah. So
they definitely are missing buyers.
the myth is I should price high so I have room to negotiate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're having those conversations now where like they've bought over the past couple of years and it's like, look, dude, the market's correcting itself.
Yeah.
You're either in the hole or your break even is above what we can sell it for.
Yeah. And I mean, those first, I would say 2 weeks, maybe you could stretch it to 3 weeks in this market at the speed that we're moving things. Those are critical.
Yeah.
And if you're overpriced and people see you coming out the gate overpriced,
Yeah.
they know. Buyers know because they are doing all their shopping online and they've got comparisons side by side.
Yep. And then there's apps, ChatGPT, there's all the things to where they can dump all the information in and get answers within minutes.
Yep. Yep. And if you start reducing the price just crazy, just dropping 10 grand every week or something, people think there's something wrong with the house.
Yeah.
So it's better if you have comps to support a lower price. That's part of the problem. We don't have comps to support any price.
Because they're all over the place.
Because they're all over the place.
Because it's you could have one that sells at what you would think would be the appropriate amount, but then you got two over here that they had a whole bunch of equity and they didn't cut it the nuts completely out of it, but they cut it enough to where it's impacting.
Yep.
And appraisers are having a hard time finding comps.
Yep.
They know for sure that there's a foreclosure that sold, and they're having to use that now.
Yeah.
Versus actual.
And I will say that I think appraisals coming in a little bit short has been more common.
Yeah.
This year than in the past.
Yeah.
Even for people who are usually spot on. They're coming in and not by huge amounts of money, just a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that couple $1,000 can make or break a deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's tough all the way across the board pricing homes right now. Even for appraisers who are actually putting a value on it, it's tough. They're calling us going, "Hey, what comps did you use?"
Yeah.
I can't find anything.
And it's like, this is what I used, and they're like,
"Here's my thinking."
Yeah. Come by the office. I have a whiteboard.
How good can I explain this so you believe it?
Do you got a scrap sheet of paper so I can tell you what to draw and how I connected the dots?
Yeah. Or they're specifically asking for a list of upgrades or a list of updates to the house. I mean, I've had that happen. Vanessa had that happen last week, and she's like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like, they need help. They don't have comps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not a good strategy to price high just to negotiate.
Yeah.
That's not a good strategy.
That's pre-COVID thinking.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And especially if your timeline's like 2 months.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've got to just the switch in the brain has to change, and we're not undervaluing your property
No.
by telling you a lower price. We're telling you in this market today, this is what your house is worth.
Yeah.
You're welcome to hold on to it in hopes that it will increase in the years to come. But if you need to sell it right here, right now, this is where you're at.
And I've gone as far as saying, hey, here is an appraiser that I trust. If you don't believe me, contact him. It's going to cost you $600 to $700, and they will do a full appraisal report.
And you're still going to have another one when you get a buyer.
Yeah.
And it may or may not be the same.
And it could be in a system somewhere.
Yeah.
And if that appraiser finds it,
yay.
it's going to be the same.
Yeah, exactly.
The same amount.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. So when we tell you a price that maybe you feel like is a little bit too low, just understand that is us telling you right here, right now.
Yeah.
This is what buyers are buying.
Yeah.
And in this type of home, this is the price we need to be at. So don't take it so personally. What's next?
Seller myth 2.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
I need to renovate everything before selling.
Ooh.
You know, I just had this happen with my listing in Troy, and I was like, yeah, you don't need to do all this. We'll price it at this point. And then he's like, okay. And then he went and renovated $30,000. 30
and he
grand.
wants that $30,000.
He wants it back, and I'm like, which is doable.
Right. In
which
that
is doable.
specific situation, it is.
But then the neighbor put their house on the market, and I was like, oh, we're still doable. We're still good. We're still good. We have no issues here. But then the neighbor dropped the price like $50,000, and I'm like,
ouch.
We're fucked. And he's like, tell me about it. He's like, do you think I'm gonna get this back now? And I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah, not the full amount,
No.
and that's gonna be tough, unless you have, like we always say, right buyer, right time,
Yeah.
right situation. Then maybe, but that's a long shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say if it's something that is glaringly broken, that a buyer's gonna walk in and go, oh gosh, how much is it gonna cost to fix that?
Yeah.
Then yeah, get it done. If it's something like a dishwasher that doesn't work right, or something silly that's just a few $100s, then let's negotiate with that. Let's use that.
Yeah.
Instead of just you putting that money out first.
Exactly.
Because hopefully we can figure it out where it doesn't really cost you anything.
I agree with our talking points here. I think
I do too.
Prioritization.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be cleaning and decluttering.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like minor repairs. Like if you know the HVAC needs to be serviced and cleaned, get that done.
Because everybody's going to ask for that anyway.
Exactly.
So just get that done. Just knock it out.
If you walk around your house and there's like you can clearly see rotten boards and stuff, get that done. If lights are busted or ceiling fans are busted, replace those.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you're talking, ripping out all this perfectly fine flooring just because you've decided that it's not trendy anymore, or you don't like it anymore, don't do that.
Because somebody else might like it.
Somebody else might like it. And also we can use it as a negotiation tool.
Yeah.
If you know you're already willing to put the money out to get it redone, save that money and let's use it for negotiation.
And it's one of those things too where like because if you decide to do the renovations, like we were supposed to list that thing back in February, and I'm pretty sure it'd be gone by now, but it ended up being like April, May before it got listed, and I was like, you've missed the bubble, man.
Yeah. If we're telling you it's time to list, it's time to list. Like we're telling you that for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, if you are gonna do some things that need to be done, let's pay a professional to do them.
Yeah. Luckily, that's what he did.
Yeah, because DIY stuff,
it might look good to you.
Just don't.
It might look good to you.
Plus, the contract says if it's something that requires a license, you got to have a licensed person do it. So we need to make sure that it's done the correct way, and permits are needed, all the things, because that's going to cost you more money in the long run too.
So much money.
So many lessons in that.
Yeah.
So no, you don't need to renovate everything before you sell, but you need to have a conversation with us so we can help you if there are things that need to be done, we can help point you in the right direction.
I mean, it's got what? Yeah. Yeah. Everything you said is factually correct.
Factual and correct. I love that. Ooh, homes sell themselves.
You know, I'm 50-50 on it.
Okay.
I'm 50% yes, they do. But I also believe the other 50% is location, location, and location.
Absolutely. We talked about this in another episode, what buyers will pay more for.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things.
Yeah.
If it's in the right school district, if it's in the right tax rate, whatever it is that they're looking for.
Yeah.
If it's that, they'll pay premium price for it.
They will.
100%. But if there's 20 of the same house on the same row in the same subdivision,
Yeah.
you have got to stand out.
I think what the trend right now is 4, 2.5 is what
Gotta
everybody's
have
looking.
that extra bath.
Yeah.
Half bath or full bath.
Yeah.
It's gotta have
Doesn't
one more.
matter. Like 3 bedrooms are out. Let's take Salado, for instance. Like, a lot of people move to Salado because they want to hop on their golf cart and go cruise the strip.
Yep.
But if you're outside that limit where, and I shouldn't say limit, like where it doesn't make sense to have a golf cart to drive there.
Yeah.
And just to hop in your car. A lot of people are overlooking that for something that's closer to where they can just hop on a golf cart and go.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And we have between, I think, 4 and 6 months of inventory. I haven't looked.
I think it's been like 2 weeks since I've looked
Yeah.
into it, and that was about right.
Yeah. So that's how much inventory we have right now going into traditionally a slower time of year for us when school gets back going.
I'd be willing to say we'd be at 6 to 8 by the end of the year.
You think?
Yeah. Unless something changes and we get the interest rates back below 6.
Yeah. Well, right now, pricing matters. Pictures matter.
Pictures.
Pictures are a big deal right now.
And video.
Your online presence is a big deal right now
I think,
as a seller.
I think video's mattering too right now as well.
Yeah. Accessibility matters because showings are not coming in every single day, multiple times a day right now in our market. So when you've got a showing request, you really need to try to make every attempt to make it work.
Yeah.
Even if it conflicts with something you got going on. If you want to sell your house, it's in your best interest to probably take the showing.
Yeah.
And there's just so many options. We've said this 1,000 times. Buyers have so many options.
So many options. And if you're not making it accessible to the buyer right then, they're probably not going to reschedule it, and they're going to go with one of the other houses they've looked at.
And it does not matter. I'm going to look in the camera when I say this. It does not matter how well Matt and I market a property if it's priced bad.
Yeah.
If it is priced wrong and priced too high, it does not matter how many eyes land on it online.
Typically, I mean, I try to give it 2 weeks, and then I'm like, let's drop the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a seller tell me, we're not going to drop the price because you're just trying to make money. We're trying to keep as much.
To make money, I would leave it at the price I was at.
Yeah.
I make more money that way.
Exactly. But they knew everything, so I'm not worried about it. I can't remember if I fired them or if they fired me.
It's unfortunate.
It is what it is.
The firing happened.
It happened.
Are they relisted?
No, it went into foreclosure. This is like a year ago.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
A lot of emotion there with them.
I guess. I don't know.
Probably. Okay. So I should wait until the perfect season. That's like saying waiting until you want to have a kid, till you're financially ready. You're never going to be there.
What's the perfect season?
That's what I'm
You know
saying.
What? October to March.
There is no better season.
There is no better season.
Let's say August to March.
Yeah. Yeah. August to March. I'd give it that.
The last quarter and the first quarter.
Yeah.
Really and truly, if you're a buyer in Central Texas, that's probably when you should be looking. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because there's as little buyer activity as we have right now, there's even less.
Yeah, because at that point, I mean, I've gotten some pretty killer deals in that time frame.
Yeah. I would think it's very possible.
Yeah. What is it? I always, around this time, August.
Yeah.
August, September, when I pick up buyers, is like, look, we'll get you in a new house by Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one year I think I had it. We plant the parents, the buyers, the mom and dad, and I had planned it out So that way they're, the morning of I think they bought the house on like the mid-December. Then they started moving like little things in, and then as their closing gift, I got them a Christmas tree with like all the things on it, and we went over there and set it all up for them. And then Christmas morning, they took their kids over there, and it was like one of the additional Christmas presents.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You got a new house for Christmas?
Yeah. And so they did like all the night before they pushed all the Christmas presents over there. Grandma and Grandpa came in and were sleeping on an air mattress in the guest bedroom.
That's so cool.
They had breakfast there, everything. They got
That's
the kids
so
up and they were
cool.
like, "Where are the presents?" And Nathaniel was the husband who was like, "Yeah, we told him that, they went over to Santa didn't bring them. He took them to another
He
place."
said Santa didn't bring him?
Uh-huh. And so then they drove
That's
over.
cold-blooded.
They drove over to the new house. I had put a bow on the door, and they went in, and there were all the presents.
That's cool.
So they had Christmas Day with Grandma and Grandpa.
So see, there's a great idea for somebody
Yeah,
who's wanting to buy something before Christmas.
exactly.
Look at that great thing you can do for your kids. I can set the price
Yeah.
based on what I owe or what I need. Buyers don't care
Yeah.
what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be ugly, but they don't.
They
They
don't.
want a good deal.
They want a good deal.
Yeah.
And if it's not a good deal to them, they're just going to tell you to go pound sand. Or
Yeah,
they're not
'cause
going to tell you that. They're just going to go buy another
They're
house.
going to go look at another one because
Yeah.
there's so many different ones that they can look at. Yeah.
I mean, there should be, in my opinion, a bottom, like break-even price point,
Yeah.
just so that you know where
Yeah.
it's a zero sum.
Yeah.
But as a realtor, you should be, well, here's the trend.
Right.
Sellers are paying 4 to 5%, regardless of loan type, and concessions. And then I always get, I know you've gotten it, I've gotten it, and well, I'm not paying the buyer's agent. And I'm like, cool. Do you got a shot glass? Do you got a salad bowl? Bring them over. And I'll tell them and be like, look, if we're not paying the buyer's agent, this is our buyer pool. Here's our mixing bowl. If you are, this is what we have for a pool of buyers.
And there's nothing in that for you
No.
because your fee, whatever it is set in the listing agreement between you and the seller. So you don't care.
No.
You're really looking out for your client and
Yeah.
saying, hey, like there's no ulterior motive.
Yeah.
This is just like, dude, you're going to miss the boat on
Yeah.
this if you don't listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no in it for you. There's no end game for you
Nope.
in that.
At that point, it's just setting us up for success.
Right.
And that's what we want. We want it to be a smooth, seamless transaction for our client, whether it's the buyer or the seller, and having 3 offers and then all of them getting turned down because you're not willing to pay. I mean,
And that visual works.
Oh, it does.
I've used it. That
Yeah.
visual's, I didn't use it on paying the buyer's agent. I used it on closing costs.
oh,
Because I had somebody that did not want
yeah,
to even consider. We didn't even have an offer on the table. And
Yeah.
they were like, well, I'm not doing that. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, let's look at this. Because here's the difference in your pool
yeah.
of buyers. And so, yeah, it's a great visual.
It is. I'm a visual learner, so
I appreciated that little tip you gave
Yeah.
me that day because I have used it.
and here's the other thing too. Like, if I've ran across this, and I probably should file complaints on those individuals, but like they were like, the sellers said that they'll pay you X amount of dollars or X amount of percent, and then coming back, well, I'm worth more than that. They're gonna have to bring that up, and I'm like, no, that's your buyer's responsibility. If you think you're worth more,
That's
your
right.
buyer can pay it.
And that's the whole reason that we went to this new system of
Yeah.
doing this was because it has been easy for the buyer's agent to just step in,
Yeah.
do half the work,
Yeah.
if even half
Yeah.
the work, and then get the same amount that the listing agent was getting. I mean, we talk about it from the buyer and seller point of view, but inside real estate, that's what we're looking at. Like, no, I'm going to negotiate for my fee.
Yeah.
You negotiate for yours.
Yeah.
And if my seller is willing to pay part of yours or all of yours, then great.
Yeah.
Well done. If not, take it up with your client who
Yep.
has agreed to pay you
Oh yeah.
X number of a percent
I've
or
lost
dollars.
I've lost a couple deals that way, and I've kicked it around. I'm like, I think because they've told me that on the phone or through text, and I'm like, I think this is a complaint. I should file it on them because that's just bad business in my opinion.
It is bad business. And what I tell sellers is just, hey, I'm going to secure my fee. I'm going to negotiate for myself because I know I'm going to do X, Y, and Z for you and earn that money. But the buyer, all I need to know from you is, are you willing to consider paying a buyer's agent?
Yeah.
And if you say yes to that, great. You don't have to even tell me a number at this point.
Exactly.
I just need to know if you're willing to consider it.
Yeah.
And are you okay with me telling them that you're willing to consider it?
Yeah.
Because, we're going to move on from there and get the deal done.
Did we ever? Oh, wow, that was already 5?
Yeah, we're so good.
Crazy.
Part of it's because we've already talked about most of these.
Yeah, we were kind of flying through them.
But they're important. So what should they, hold on before you do that.
Okay.
What should sellers focus on more? The asking price or what they're going to make?
Neither.
Okay. What do you think?
I think sellers should focus on getting their house sold.
Yeah.
And not worry about it.
Yeah. Just doing it. Just getting it done.
Yeah. In this market, because if you're looking for a dollar amount, it's never going to sell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say, well, I don't want to have to bring any money to the table.
Yeah.
Then that's great. That gives us something to go off of.
Yeah.
Because when you say nothing to the table, if you're making $1, we did our job.
Exactly. And it's sad to say it that way.
It is
the
sad to say it that way.
The expectation should be you no longer own this home.
Yeah.
If you make money, awesome. As long as I honestly shoot to where you don't have to bring anything to the table.
Same. If we're tight, that's my goal.
Yeah.
If they've got a tiny bit of equity, I'm trying to maximize as much as I can in that. But I'm going to be very upfront and very honest and say, I don't think you're going to get that.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get this, but I don't think you're going to get that.
And I think a lot of agents are forgetting to ask that at the listing appointment. Is there a dollar amount that you're trying to make out of this?
Yeah.
And
because if they're trying to move up to another house, which most people are, then there's probably a pretty good chance they're going to need some sort of a down payment.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that we're getting enough for them to be able to do that comfortably, or they're going to be without a house or stuck renting or whatever. But yeah, that's what I go in and talk to them about too. Yep. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of money, but
or if they the conversation. I mean, that closing I just had where I said they ended up bringing $55,000 to the closing table.
Not your client.
Not my client. I had the buyer. My buyer got the best deal in the world.
Your buyer was so happy.
Yeah. So I mean.
But did your buyer feel bad that the seller had to bring $55,000?
They did a little bit.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they were good clients then.
Yeah.
Because most buyers don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that sucks.
But I mean, it's having that conversation. Well, I mean, if we sell it at X amount, doing X, Y, and Z, like, are you comfortable bringing money to the table?
Yeah.
Like, can you make this happen?
Yeah.
And so.
And there's a lot of misconception about that too, because I went and met with someone. We've talked about this scenario too, but they were upside down. And he said, my calculations show that we're going to have to bring about $5,000. Well, he didn't take into consideration any of the closing fees that a seller traditionally has.
Yeah.
Not even buyer concessions included in that, just his set of fees. He didn't take that in consideration. So now I'm like, no, you're looking more at like $20,000 to $25,000 out of your pocket, not $5,000.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
It is.
And that's a lot. I mean, most people don't have that kind of money right now.
No.
Sitting around, just doing nothing for them.
it's a little insane.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little insane.
Yeah. Not a fun conversation to have.
No.
Okay, give us our next.
Well, our next call to action.
Yeah, do your best impression. Gonna tag him in this so he can see it.
If you're considering selling, schedule a strategy session.
That's a lot of S's.
Really?
Schedule a strategy session
before making repairs, choosing a price, or deciding when to list. Mm-hmm. A good plan should show the likely value, estimated proceeds, recommended preparation, and what your next housing move may look like.
I don't know why you're whispering.
I don't either. I have no idea. But I mean, in reality, it's yeah.
And if you meet with a realtor and they don't bring an estimated net sheet with them to a listing appointment,
You know, I'm kind of bad about that, but hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you out, but you know better than that.
I do the net sheet app,
Okay.
and I do it right there in front of them.
Okay.
And then I explain.
Okay, well, you're still doing it.
Yeah. I explain like what all the little things I'm filling out, and I show it to them. And then I instead of just printing off one with one basic scenario off of my computer, I have everything right on my phone, and I'll run them through like 3 or 4 different scenarios.
No, that's totally fine. I'm just saying if somebody comes in and says, yeah, we can list this and we're going to list it at this amount, you need to know how much you're possibly looking at making.
And I overestimate on everything.
Same.
Overestimate on
I'm
everything.
conservative on a lot of things that I do, but not that.
Yeah.
I am very aggressive with with what I'm going to say stuff's going to cost.
Yeah.
Because I want them to be happy when they get their final disclosure and it's like way more money than they thought.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that quite a few times. I'm like, hey, you remember when I said you were only gonna make $5,000? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, you're actually getting 15 back. They're what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Now, what I do hate is when title screws everything up, and I was like right on the money out the gate. Like, you're gonna get like 18,500 back, and maybe a little more. And then title's like, yeah, you're getting 24,000 back, and we're all excited. And they screwed up some fees, and then all of a sudden they're getting $18,503 back. And I was like, well, you're making $3 more than what I originally told you.
It is a good feeling though when your sheet matches title. It's very good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's yeah. What was your next move last time? Do you remember?
Systems. I've
Systems?
been working on my systems, and that's what Carly just said too when she was here. She said, "I need to get some better systems." I think we're all feeling that right now.
It's I when I was at Rockstar, they were asking when I was on one of the panels, they asked that question. I was like, look, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have anything written down. I just know what I need to do.
Yeah.
System wise, I know like when I get a buyer this, when I get a seller this.
Yeah.
I was like, one day I'll be a grown up and write it down and have a form or something.
I feel like I need systems for everything else.
Yeah.
Not for buyer and seller stuff.
Okay.
Because I have that down like you. Like I
like-
know what I need to do on that.
Like lead flow.
Yeah, just like with the time blocking, with
yeah.
making sure that every day I'm touching each part of my business and making sure that everything's on track.
A solid routine.
Yeah, because I get distracted by buyer and
fucking
seller activities
squirrels.
because there's so many things that come up, and you've got to pay attention to those right now. So yeah, I need better systems for the other stuff.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That
like
makes
my
perfect
marketing
sense.
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
to keep the consistency, 'cause that's really important. Yeah.
That's fine.
What about you?
Last time I was gonna spend more time with the boys.
Yeah, what'd y'all do? Well, you just had like a week with Thomas, just you and Thomas.
I just had a week with Thomas and I. It was great. Like
batching it up.
We hung out quite a bit at the house. Well, he was at school during the day,
Yeah.
but like, he did an open house with me. I was trying to get it. He's really big on like books. And watching his tablet, but when he does all that, he doesn't want to be around people. He wants to be like in his room.
He wants privacy.
And then he wants to come ask you a million times to make sure it's okay. He can read his book or watch his tablet. So like I would force him to sit out on the couch and we'd watch a show that he would like for an episode or two.
Oh yeah.
Before I'd let him go do that. And then
Quality time.
I got some free tickets to the Bell County Comic-Con that's this Saturday and Sunday.
It's coming, yeah.
So I got 3 kids tickets. So 3 tickets for the weekend. They're like weekend passes. So
you said you and Lucas do that every year, right?
So yep, Lucas and I, we ordered him a Spider-Man costume, and we're gonna take 2 of his friends on Saturday and 2 of his friends on Sunday, and then so we got that going on. So yeah.
That's so cool.
What's your new next move?
Ooh, I hadn't even thought about it. Have you thought about yours?
So
I need to think about mine for a minute.
on my other YouTube channel.
You have so many channels.
Oh God! And then Andrea and I are starting
I
the
know.
recruiting one. So I was doing 4 videos a month, which I've been kind of lax on. I've missed like 2 or 3 now. But starting next week, I'm going to start doing 2 videos a week. So I need to get really dive into my calendar and figure out like when I'm going to dedicate time to be able to figure out what I'm recording, scripting it out, finding locations, and then batch recording 4 videos at least once a week.
There you go.
And just push it.
It's a lot of videos.
It's a lot of videos.
Who knew we would be content creators?
But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like I'm going to try to keep it under 15 minutes per video. I talked to quite a few of the people or clients that I've gotten from YouTube, and some of the people that even decided not to buy, and just to ask them, I'm like, if you were watching my content, what would be more beneficial for you as a buyer or seller? Would it be a 15 to 20 minute video or a 10 to 15 minute video?
Yeah.
One guy was like, Matt, if you only did 5 minutes, I'd be happy. But everybody else was like 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Because then that's just a quick little like break. I can sit there and watch it on my phone, in bed, wherever, or on the TV or on a computer. And I was like, okay, cool. So
I'm cooking dinner. Let me just throw this up and listen to it while I'm like, that makes sense.
So I really need to work on that.
Yeah.
Sitting down and the system for YouTube.
Did I tell you I'm starting my YouTube? Have I told you that?
We had a brief conversation either before you left for vacation, I think it was, or maybe it was after.
I'm working on that. I promised to do like an episode, a video every week to start out. But ultimately, that's my goal too, is to get to 2 a week.
Yeah.
That's just a lot.
It's a lot.
And I'm like, I don't have that much to talk about.
I mean, you have Adam.
I do.
I went into like a deep dive with Adam on it, and
well, that's what he's given me all these instructions for setting it up and optimizing it and doing all the things I need to do with it. I'm doing that, and then I'm also doing optimization on everything else, because I had him go and just kind of pull me from everywhere online, and there's just, I think probably because I've been in the business for so long, there's different, there's just stuff that you never can erase.
Yeah.
If it had the other brokerage, it has the other brokerage. So I need to optimize the things I do have that I still use so that they show up faster than that old stuff.
Yeah.
So I've just got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Makes sense.
We've talked about that, getting over here so fast and just not being able to do everything all at once and kind of having to go back and fix things as we have time. And I have to do my CE.
I do too. I have to have it all done by the end of August.
Same. We have to keep each other on track on that. I've purchased it. It is ready to go.
Who did you get it through?
Champions.
That's what I need. I need to get in there and purchase it, and then
it was like $99 for the whole package.
Yeah.
It wasn't very expensive at all.
No.
So but
which one did you do?
18 hours. Well, I have to do the broker one because I have my broker's license, so I have to do broker responsibility.
Yeah.
But they had several different options.
I'll have to.
But yeah, that's another fun thing about real estate. You get to do your CE every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got to do that too. That's probably what my next move needs to be, is just completing your CE. Just getting it knocked out. Yeah. If I will just do it, I'll be done in a couple of days. I just got to sit down and do it.
So, the next video.
Yeah.
Who are we having?
We have a really exciting one coming up.
Yeah.
Over death and divorce.
Death and divorce.
And deeds. Yeah. So it's just all the legal stuff. We have Josh Pearson coming in to talk to us. He's a local attorney and part of a title company here. Mm-hmm. So he's a wealth of information. We're going to pick his brain.
I think that one's going to be epic.
It is going to be epic.
He's
a fun guy to be around too.
Yeah.
Commonwealth. If you're from Bell County, you know Commonwealth and Uncommon Pies. I don't know if you've tried their pizza.
So I tried it when they first opened.
Yeah.
Wasn't too much of a fan. And then I went back like a month later and I was like, okay.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not far from your house.
No, not at all.
Super quick drive over.
It's been one of those, like, I guess, would you call it a blessing? Because the boys have soccer practice Mondays and Wednesdays from like 6 to like 8. So there's been nights where it's just been me, Lucas, and Thomas. Yeah. And so I'll drop Lucas off at soccer practice, and then I'll run over to the pizza place, grab a large, and come back, and then I'll feed Thomas on the tailgate while watching soccer practice. I'll eat, and then
just dadding. Yeah. Just dadding all over the place.
Yeah. So it's I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like what they've done in that area out there. They've really livened it up out there and made it look nice.
And it's one of those things because of the location. Like you were either a taqueria, you were backyard barbecue, or you were driving into Temple. And now it throws in pizza. Of course, we got the donut shop right over there as well. Or if you wanted to go into Commonwealth and wait 20, 30 minutes for a sandwich, there was that option too. So
Commonwealth's more of like a date night kind of spot. Than take the kids for a quick meal. But it's gonna be a great episode. I think
so too.
Lots of information there if you're looking to sell through a family death or divorce or whatever you got going on. It's complicated.
I'm working through like so many probates right now. It's ridiculous. So I'm excited for it just to learn more.
There's just so many ins and it sounds silly, but community property is so confusing. Especially in real estate stuff. So we're excited to kind of pick his brain and get the ins and outs.
I love working with new agents because they'll throw out all those terms. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Stop talking about what you read.
Yeah. I'm like what is wrong with you? God. So.
But yeah, it's going to be a good one. So I think the moral of today's episode is just don't believe everything you hear, right? Or see or read. It's all about getting with somebody you trust and asking the questions and having the conversations, just like with everything else.
And of course, if you know somebody that you believe one of these myths will impact them.
And I'm sure everyone knows somebody.
Share this episode with them.
Or drop a myth that you've heard.
And
or
we'll
drop
answer
something you've heard in the comments and we'll tell you if that's true or not.
Yeah. Jennifer will answer from this actual email or page name, but Jennifer then mine will be military living in Central Texas. That threw one lady for a loop.
It did?
Yeah. Oh. She I think she ended up finding me on Instagram and messaged me. She was like, "Are you responding to me on YouTube?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you were the lady talking about all the things." And she was a lender, and then she got out of lending, and I think she works for Amazon now.
Oh, okay.
And so as an executive over there, and I was like, "Oh, good for you."
Yeah.
She's like, "It was just weird. Somebody responded to my comment. Normally, people don't respond to comments." I'm like, "That's because they're." We
try to. We want to.
Yeah.
We want to engage. So until next time, stay informed, stay prepared.
And if you're going to buy or sell in Central Texas, reach out. All of our contact info is down below in the description. And we'll see you on the next Move podcast.
There's the whisper. See you next time.